Hey folks, today we are going to do a crew review of the latest ESAM Magnifica from DeLonghi. Hey, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and this is the latest of the Magnifica lineup from DeLonghi, and it is the 04110S. DeLonghi, come on, put some names to it, like the Magnifica George, and then the next one will be the Magnifica Sally. The numbers are confusing. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to show you the features of this machine. If this looks similar to you, it is kind of a similar layout to the old 3300, which was extremely popular. But this is their latest one, so maybe they've made some improvements on it. We've got a cup warmer right here on the top. We have a plastic casing, just like most of the machines at an entry level. You're not going to get a lot of stainless steel. You have all your controls up here on the dashboard. This is your on-off button, and there is a master on-off in the back as well. This is your single cup, your double cup, and for steam you would push that, and the thermal block on the inside will come up to the proper temperature for steam. If that's not pushed, it's going to be at the proper temperature, which is lower for brewing your espresso. Right here on the left is how much liquid is going to be in the cup, all the way from practically nothing up to 8 ounces. I've got this adjusted to make a 1 ounce shot, about a 1 ounce shot. Over here is the amount of beans that are going to get ground up in the bean hopper, which is right up here. And this bean hopper holds just over 7 ounces of beans. It has a grinder control knob right here, 1 to 7. You have a lot of different choices, and everything in between 1 to 7, so there's actually about 11 choices on the grinder. These are your warning lights: running out of water, empty your dregs box, and this is a general signal that tells you that something's going on. Like, see, the door's not closed, the dregs box is out, while I got this open, the infuser, which they call the infuser, is not in place. This is your brew unit right in here, or infuser, and the drip tray as well. Now the infuser on these machines, you cannot take it out. And how do you get it out? Shut the machine off. This will cycle down, and these 2 red tabs, give them the pinch and pull it out. Typical drip tray, your dregs box, it all comes apart for cleaning. Stainless steel insert, great on the drip tray. Also has a red floating device that when the drip tray is full, it's going to alert you up through the hole in the grate right there. And I can tell you, pay attention to that. I don't know how many times I have let these things get up so high that when I go to pull it out, I'm wearing it. It's all over me. Water tank right here. 80 ounces of water, which seems like an awful lot of water. And the front load, which DeLonghi started that, and I think that's really quite nice. I think that's a nice feature. Your steam arm right here, which is a Panarello, which means it actually injects air as you're steaming, which takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. Now, you're not going to have as much control over it because it's going to add air regardless of what you do. So you're not going to make latte art, which really requires microfoam, but less of it. That's just not possible. The spouts up and down, so you get good coverage there. And then this is your control that if you put this steam knob on and it gets up to steam temperature, you open that, you're going to get steam. If you don't, you're going to get hot water. Just like that. Did I mention the cup warmer up here? Has a cup warmer right up here. Now this has been on for a while. I would say it's not getting real hot, but maybe it takes longer than I would think. Right here is your bypass doser. It's actually a large chute, which is nice, and this is where the store of the scoop is, the storage. 1 scoop max on these. Don't put any more than that in. You'll jam up the brew unit. It's just not good for it. Some people think that you're supposed to fill that chute right to the top. It won't work right. So that's basically the machine. As you can see, it's a nice looking machine for an affordable price. The Magnifica has always been a machine that's built like a tank, lasts for years if you maintain it. It has a good reputation, the Magnifica line. Okay, so what's left? Make a drink, right? So on these dials, I have this set for about 1 ounce of liquid. If you push the single, you're going to get that 1 ounce, and if you push the double, it's going to put 2 ounces into the cup. It's going to double whatever you have this set for. It's not going to grind twice. It's just going to do the double amount of liquid. So I want to steam first, and this has to come up to temperature for steam, which is much higher than brewing temperatures. Bear that in mind. And while that's doing that, what comes in the box? There's the box right there. They give you a descaler, DeLonghi descaler. They also give you the manual, quick start guide, everything to do with the warranty information is all located in here. There's several pieces. And then also, just on the inside flap is your test strip for your water, for the hardness, for determining how often you should be descaling. And we do recommend use filtered water in these machines, some sort of filtered water. Okay, so the steam is ready. Because it's a thermal block, it is going to take a little bit longer to steam your milk. Okay, and don't forget, when you get done with this, give it a wipe. And this also comes off. Just bear in mind that you can take this right over to the sink and give it a rinse and then wipe this off with a rag, put it back on again, and you're ready to go. Now, the thermal block is too hot to brew the coffee in. So this is what I like to do. Don't turn that steam knob off. Make some cold water go through the thermal block into your cup. That's going to cool it down faster than just waiting. Plus, it cleans out that little tip underneath there in the steam tip. So, dual purpose. Now those lights are stopped blinking. We can make our coffee. I'm going to make a double. What are we drinking today? The Bluebeard Biftu. Gudinha. That's a tough one. It's a single origin. All right, and the other thing you want to do while that's doing its thing is keep this swirled around, and what it does is it keeps the foam incorporated into the milk. Otherwise it rises to the surface and turns it into like an iceberg. Is the only way I can equate it. So that's about 2 ounces of milk. Milk. That's not milk. That's coffee. I didn't get great foam, but hey, operator error. But let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Actually, quite nice. I could have made that milk just a little bit hotter, I think, too. I got to the point where I thought it was hot, but I could still hold my hand on it. And kind of the rule of thumb is, when you can't hold your hand on the bottom of the cup, you know you're at around 150, 160 degrees. All right, so that is the Magnifica ESAM 04110S. Check it out on our website. I think you're going to like the features for the price point. I think you're going to get, realize that you get a lot of bang for your buck on this one. So check it out. Stats are all there. And don't forget to call us, write in if you have any questions, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love you guys. Keep watching.